Hey everybody, welcome. This is Coach Joseph with 24 Inspired. Today I have an amazing story. My friend Sondra here is going to share her story to inspire somebody out there that they too can get their health result. So we'll spend in a little bit finding out more about Sondra. Sondra is a mother of five. She works with the state of Michigan. She's from Ypsilanti, and she has an amazing story. So I'm actually really excited to hear her version of it, and I've had the pleasure of knowing Sondra here for over the last about 3.5 going to 4 years. So I'm so delighted. I'm glad you could join us, and let's get this thing started. So Sondra, what's your share with them? What's your story so far? What's your health results so far?
I came into Herbalife in 2010 for about 60 days, lost 10 pounds right before my wedding, you know, that pre-wedding thing. Liked it, but didn't keep up with it. So then about a little over 3 years ago, I was approached by my brother-in-law to do a free wellness profile, which I did, and come to find out I was the heaviest I'd ever been, even after 3 children. So was really surprised by my numbers, and started doing shakes, not consistently, but for about 5-6 months. And then my brother-in-law was like, come join this workout community, and I was really iffy because I wasn't really big on working out in front of people. So I joined the Turbo community that summer, and in the last 3 years I've lost 100 pounds, and I'm currently looking to lose a little bit more. I gained some due to some rough patch of a year. So right now I'm working on re-losing some more pounds, and I've gotten my body age below my chronological age, which is awesome. I can keep up with the 5 kids that are extremely active. I've done 4 or 5Ks. After having a really terrible car accident in 2009 and walking with a cane, to do 4 or 5Ks is just really awesome. So I really do enjoy my products, and I do enjoy living a healthy lifestyle, and love to be able to keep up with the kids.
Awesome. So so you alluded a little bit to it, Sondra. What got you to decide to do that? Could it be more? Why did you get started? On
Several reasons. One was the not being able to enjoy playing with the kids, and my youngest is 8, and she loves to be active.
Mm-hmm.
The older ones are in sports, and just to even throw a ball around or keep up on going to all the activities after a long day at work was a lot of work. So just to have that energy level to keep up with things. And my mother's health was very poor, so I knew if I stayed on the track I was on, that I was going to have the same issues she's had. So pre-diabetic, heart disease, all those things run very, very high. So I knew that if I didn't get myself under control, that I would have those problems, and watching what my mom went through is not something I want to go through.
Excellent. So big why there. So tell me, so mindset, right? So what was your mindset like at the beginning when you got started, and then how was it through your journey? You said you lost over lost 100 pounds, and how was that? Yeah, so share with us what that mindset was like at the beginning and then at the end.
Right. In the beginning, my mindset was pretty poor. It was basically, I did it because that's what I was told to be done. It was not really me motivating me. It was other people motivating me. I didn't do a lot of personal development in the very beginning. I've definitely changed that in the last 1.5 years, to work on my own mindset, and not to do it for other people, but to do it for myself. Yes, you have a why, and it's a big reason and everything, but it's you versus you. So not to compare myself to other people has been a big thing. And to see the weight loss, I had self-esteem problems, so it was really hard to see what other people have seen in me. So that's definitely been a big shift, and I still have my ups and downs on that. But I definitely know that if I start my day with personal development, I do definitely have a better chance of making through the day without as many hiccups and bumps, or those bumps don't affect me as much.
That's awesome. So really taking a look at, I think you said something really key there was it shifted from I gotta do this because other people are motivating me for other reasons, and then shifted to more, this is me versus me, like really making that an internal drive versus an external drive.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So, what kind of struggles did you have? I mean, you're obviously at that point of 100 pounds overweight. So what kind of struggles did you have at the beginning, and then how did you handle that?
Being consistent in a household, a large household of 5 kids and a husband, and I didn't necessarily make the health changes a family thing, so I had to struggle with seeing everybody else, have the snacks, the unhealthy snacks versus healthy snacks, the fun stuff. Being able to go to parties and make healthy choices either before, after, or during, and work always. I have a desk job, so to try to be more active at work, and I became, getting the water in and being consistent with that, and just being consistent. Meal prep was something I didn't start doing until like the last 6 months there before I lost the last of the 100 pounds. And then I had to step up the fitness. You hit plateaus, doing the same fitness routine. So I had to incorporate some weight training and some morning workouts that I'm not a big morning person. So that was definitely a big struggle. And then I'm an emotional eater, so that is something that I still have to keep in check all the time, and that really came a big part this year. And some of the issues I've had is that, food can't be your comfort. Food is your nutrition; it's not your comfort. So that's something that I've really had to work through this year, and it definitely came back full of vigilance, and I think that's been a struggle that I think I'll always have that. It's not something that just goes away. It's just better managed sometimes than others. I have reduced some of the meds I've been on for depression, and I'm on less medication, and I'm trying not to go back to the meds. I'm trying to do it, and I'm not that meds are bad, 'cause I do take meds and I'm fine with that. But instead of piling meds on, I'm trying to work through things with counseling and fitness and proper nutrition so that I still feel better.
That's awesome. So you mentioned a couple things in there that I had to jump off of, which was a fitness routine, and then you mentioned some of the struggles or the challenges of being a lone wolf, so to speak, in a house. You're going after a different health goal than everybody else in the household. So that brings up two great questions. I don't know if I'm going to ask this at the same time, but what kind of support system did you have, right? What kind of support system enabled you? What did you build around yourself? And then also, how did your fitness journey develop? Did you have a set regimen, or is that something that sort of developed over time as maybe as you got more energy or whatever the case was? So those are two kind of sort of different questions. But
they're different questions, but they actually can coincide together too. So, support system, that has changed how it's looked many times, depending on where I am in my journey. I do have a group of people at work that support me and I can go to, and it's been big groups and then smaller groups depending on, we've had some changeover in retirements and things. Coaches have changed. I am very, very, very blessed to have a huge Herbalife family in many locations, so that's been a true blessing that I have. I work in Monroe, and there's a community in Monroe that supports me right there. But I also know Coach Erin's up at 7. I can talk to her at 7. Coach Kim's on the East Coast. I can talk to her, later in the evening. So that's really helped do that. Family support has been really good. The kids are really big for the most part. Sometimes to a fault. The 8-year-old's junior coach for a reason. That's her nickname. She really loves, when mom feels good and mom wants to do things, and so she's very supportive. As far as my marriage, that has been something that's definitely had its ups and downs through this journey, good and bad. We've definitely learned a lot about each other, and it has changed my marriage. We're growing through it, so he's not always 100% on board and doesn't always understand it all, but for the most part, he's supportive. So
Awesome.
we've just had our ups and downs when it comes to that. And then my family back home in Indiana has been somewhat, a cheerleader on the sideline. And my mom was a big supporter through a lot of things. So, and then as far as fitness, I started out slowly, fit camps a couple of days a week, then got into some cardio drumming and was doing full tilt last summer of 5-6 workout nights a week. But it was a little too much. Kind of had to back that up. It was affecting other parts of my lives.
Yeah.
So that's adjusted. Tried some morning fitness. Like I said, not a big morning person, so that's always been a struggle. I've done some things at work where I get up for a minute, hour. I've done variations of that with a coworker where there's a walking group at work that I can do. So definitely, I do write out a full fitness and nutrition plan. And I started doing that, I don't know, like within probably the end of the first year I started doing those. I really like writing those up. Being consistent with it is the thing that I have to work on, but I definitely write out a fitness plan as far as, how many workouts I'm going to try to get in a week. And then the 5Ks, those definitely pushed me from the couch to 5K programs and things to get ready for those so that I could keep up. They were always fun 5Ks that I always did my kids.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
That's very cool. So thank you for answering that. You actually did a great job on both those questions. Now, we all know that your results, right? So you've spoken a lot about nutrition. Do you have a specific nutrition plan? You don't probably have to go to all the details or some of the powers of customers for you. Now, the key was how consistent were you on those? Everyone's like, oh yeah, I cheat a lot, or I have so many rewards days, or anything like that. I mean, how consistent were you, or how consistent do you have to be on your nutrition plan?
You definitely have to be consistent. And then you do have to change up your plan. Your nutrition plan needs to be evaluated at very least, monthly, if not more often, if you're not getting the results you want. And I've learned that along the way that. And everybody's plan is definitely unique to them. That's one thing I like about Herbalife is it's customized to you. Yes, being consistent, I know I'm going to get results if I'm consistent more often than I'm not. So I do know that the last 6 months there before the 100-pound mark, I had to really battle with myself to be consistent, not only on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis. And I do know that that's something that I do get results better when you're consistent weekly. Logging your food and your water is helpful. Having people, support you or keep you accountable. So keep each other accountable, whether it's a gallon water challenge or did you get your protein in. Very big on high protein to keep my muscle and keep my energy through the day. Water, I always tell anybody that asks me about my journey, it's always, start with your water. It's the most simplest free thing you can do to help yourself.
Excellent.
To help yourself, you'd always drink more water. 90% of people don't drink enough water. So, I know when I haven't drank my water. So, does that answer for you?
Yeah, you did. Fantastic. So, all right, so wrapping up, coming to the sort of to the end here. So you lost 100 pounds, went through a little bit of a life crisis, and obviously that takes a toll on everybody, right? A very close loss in your life, and now I call you on your comeback trail, right? So it's like a great, I almost got lost where I'm going with this question, but what's next for you, right? What's next for you? So that you've already lost the weight, you obviously know where you started off, which is amazing, even going through what you just endured. But what's next for you so that, you keep getting that result, you keep getting a better result, what's going to keep this become more of a permanent lifestyle change?
Definitely. I think my biggest things right now are keeping my emotional eating habits in check.
Okay.
That's something I'm still, even though I've been on the comeback trail for about a month now, a little over a month now, it's still something that comes up. Came up yesterday. I mean, it is something that comes up. a lot. So keeping that under control, and I'm trying some different resources with that, and still haven't found a perfect fit. I don't know if there's ever a perfect fit. Something that works better than others. Some things work better than others. Definitely getting back down. I'd like to get back down to my size 12 jeans. I mean, when I started 3 years ago, I was a size 22.
Wow.
So I was in a size 12 last summer. Right now I'm in a size 14.
Yeah.
So definitely would like to get back down to my size 12. I refuse to go buy anything new to make it fit. I'm trying to just work with what my wardrobe is now.
Excellent.
Some days are better than others, and finding things to wear. And definitely, I would like to get my fat percent back down. That was getting closer and closer to 25, and it's creeped back up over 30. So I definitely have lost a little bit of muscle tonnage. Looking through some pictures from last summer, I would definitely like to get that back. Definitely start with those results, and then go from there.
Okay, awesome. So, a lot of every answer is so deep. I'm trying to extract one or two things, but what I'm getting from that is that there's some specific goals you have, and that helps you a lot. You're very, very detailed. You write your nutrition plan, your fitness planning, and now you've got your goals kind of dialed in. So I think that's really critical for some of you out there where you go, I still general, I don't know what to do, I just don't want to lose weight. And in Sondra's case, really being specific about what goal you're after. Excellent. So, last question for you here. It's a mystic question. She's absolutely not prepared for this. Take me to the time right before you started, and how your life was at that point. And then now, what are you most grateful for?
Back then, I guess I didn't realize how, looking back now, I can see maybe how miserable I was or how tired I was. I just went through pictures for graduation party, so I'm reliving a lot of that right now. So I didn't like my picture taken. That was a big one. I'm struggling to find myself in pictures for the older kids' graduation parties and stuff. So I was definitely not, I was one that had low self-esteem. I didn't want to do pictures. I wore super baggy clothes, tried to hide things, wasn't super social. I was more of the wallflower that sat in the background. Like I said, I was always a picture taker, so always made sure I was the one on the other side of the picture. And we have a saying, you don't know how bad you felt until you feel really good. So now I know how bad I felt back then. Just didn't want to do things with the kids, didn't want to wear bathing suits, just all those different things, self-image things now. Grateful for now. That list is huge. We already know that. Definitely coaches in my community, whether it's here or, all the different clubs that I'm part of, to be helpful for my family, ups and downs are still there. So, and that, one thing about Herbalife is that if you fall off or fall down, you can always start over. So just grateful for that, because some days I start over many times.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. We call it a lifestyle. So guys, thank you so much for being very, very authentic there. And way to hold those hold it together. I could see they were very close. I held myself together. Listen, so Sondra, thank you so much for the time. If you're watching out there, Sondra shared a lot, including the downs, right? So it doesn't always go perfectly, and so there's going to be downs sometimes. And she just came through a down, but like she said, you just get back up again and just remember, this is a lifestyle. This is your journey. This is your goal. And I hope her story has inspired one of you out there that it is possible to get your own health goal, that it is possible to have it take time, all right? And that it is possible to withstand any challenge as long as you're persistent and your why is strong enough. So thank you so much, Sondra, for your time. This is Coach Joseph, 24 Inspired, reminding you, live your life on purpose with passion. Take care. God bless.